the Umbrella Academy, or the Sparrow Academy. The Umbrella Academy. It's back, and it's actually pretty good. I mean, it's pretty much the same premise. There is a problem, essentially a problem with time, and the entire show, that's the main thing. They've got to fix whatever problem it is with time. Vanya cracks the earth in half. Everybody gets sent back to Dallas, or they come back to their timeline and it's no longer their timeline. That's what this is. There's a problem with time, they gotta fix it. Number 5 is the premier time guy, but he's not really that interested anymore. He thinks it's close enough to being fixed, he doesn't want to mess with it. So what had happened was they end up going to their original home. But instead of it being the Umbrella Academy, it's now the Sparrow Academy, because they met their father back in '65 or something like that, and he did not like them. So he decided to make sure when it was time to take the children, he would specifically not get those kids. And he didn't. He got the rest of them. I think there were 13 kids, 12, 13 kids. He got this 6, and then he decided to get the other ones, who turned out, the way that he raised them, they turned out to be essentially a better team. They were closer to what Father wanted. They were a beacon for people. Even though a few of them were a-holes, they were a beacon for the people around them. They were the premier superhero team, and one of them even says, "We haven't had a decent fight in years. We need something for the people." Why would you want that? If you're a superhero and there's no crime, why would you be like, "We need some more crime"? You don't want no crime? You went out and gave crime the business, and it's essentially gone. Nobody wants to fight you because you'll probably kill them. They're murderers on top of that. It's an interesting group. One of them is a box, a cube. I don't really understand that. I don't think he came out of his mother a cube, but I think maybe whatever was left of him was placed inside of a cube. One of them seems to be melting because his face is all, blah, blah, but when they showed him previously, he wasn't as melted before. They've got some interesting powers too. And with 5 not really wanting to be a part of it, it's tough for them. Vanya decides that she's going to become Victor, and she cuts her hair and she's like, "Now I'm a dude now. Consider me a dude." And you can, I guess, you can do that. You can just say, "I was a woman, changed my mind, now I'm a dude." And she's a dude. And they respect that, and they all call her him, he, and such. They say, "This is our brother now," as opposed to our sister. Number 1. I'm not sure what's under his shirt. And the reason I say that is because in a comic book, his head, finger across the throat, was removed and placed onto the body of a gorilla. And he has simian strength and speed. Even though, unlike a gorilla, he doesn't, in the show, he doesn't walk hunched over. He stands like a man would stand. And I think just thinking you should stand like that won't change your spine. So he shouldn't be able to just stand up, but he just walks around and people think he's a dude. But he meets a woman, and they had an adult time, so he had to have taken his shirt off. She didn't look at his body and was like, "Hey, you're a gorilla." I don't know. It's a fun show. It's a good show. It's just that while I'm watching it, I'm like, he's a gorilla, right? One of them, almost always one of them is like turning evil. And I think one of them is becoming evil. The actress, the African-American woman. Her name eludes me, but it's probably going across the screen right about here. She, things that she did erased her family. So that's gotta suck, right? You got kids or, mother, father, wife, sisters, brothers, and you accidentally kill all of them. Yeah, it's not the kind of thing you can just say oops about. So she's going over the deep end. I could see it, and some of her teammates can see it, that she's going crazy. I don't know, this is just a good show. I've watched a few, I haven't completed the season yet. I need to come back and talk specifically about episode 1. I kind of talked about it, but I'm going to talk about it in detail. It's good. It's good. I like it. I've liked it from the first show. I read the books, read the books. It's good. It's good. If you haven't seen it, you need to check it out because it's really good. A bunch of murderers versus a bunch of murderers. Stuff from the past comes to the future. It's interesting, and it's not quite as silly as previous episodes. This season seems to be more adult, I guess, geared for adults as opposed to children. It's good. It's really good. But I would give what I've seen so far of the Umbrella Academy a good, strong 8. 8 bags of popcorn. Man, 8 bags of popcorn. That's what I think about that. More importantly, what do you think about that? Now that we had a chance to talk about it, let's talk about it again in the comments. And as always, if you like the video, if you like the content, subscribe. And then like.
Popcorn passport.